Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Jeff with Unfiltered Reviews, and today I'm going to go over 7 proven digital nomad business models. Stay tuned till the end because the seventh one is a banger. So, number one is freelance services. Now, freelance services have been around for a long time. It's quick to start. There's no real upfront costs or very low upfront costs. That's a real benefit to this model. There's also a high demand, at least still with AI. It's a little bit still ahead of the curve of AI. There's still a high demand for these specialized skill sets. Now, this is not a business model that I would go into because what it does is it gets you stuck in the time to money trap. There's competitive platforms that are racing to the bottom on price, and AI is coming to eat your lunch any minute. So I would stay away from freelance services. E-com, drop shipping, FBA, POD, all that stuff. You can scale this globally. That's huge. Like a global business, who wouldn't want to have a global business, right? There's also no need to handle inventory. So that's a major, major plus. However, paid traffic costs can eat at your margins. And if you get on the wrong side of your ad spend and there's no return on ad spend, you are going to go in the red. That is a huge con to this model. There's also a huge, huge competitive landscape here in the e-commerce space. Ranking anything organically in e-com is very, very difficult. So you're going to have to depend on those ads. Then also customer service can be a headache, and obviously returns, and that eats at your margin as well. Consulting is the third digital nomad business that is viable. You know, it's high margin, and you can build an authority in whatever niche you're in and consult in that area and teach people how to do whatever it is that you know how to do. So this requires personal branding, which can take time if you don't already have a name for yourself, and it's also time intensive unless you have it productized. And that gets to another one of the business models that we'll talk about in a minute. The fourth digital nomad business model is affiliate marketing and blogging. This is more of a, they call it a passive income potential model, which is great. I love passive income. There's also minimal customer service because you're just the affiliate. You're sending traffic to somebody else's product or service, which is great. So that those are major pros to this model. The cons are that it can take months to years to rank a blog or to get the kind of ranking that is going to drive enough traffic to make any difference in the bottom line. That takes a long time because you're doing it organically in a very national sense. So there's a lot of competition for those keywords, and it often takes a long time to rank, and you have to know what you're doing. Another con to this model is that it's dependent on the traffic platforms that you're doing it with, like YouTube or with SEO, whatever platform that you're using, Google and whatnot. So on a national play, that can be very difficult. The fifth one is digital products. So digital products I love because I love productizing your genius, your knowledge, your experience, and selling it to other people who want to be where you are and do what you do. That's amazing. You can sell these digital products 24/7 with very little fulfillment headaches because it's all digital and it's all delivered digitally. I love that. It's high profit margins once you build the system and get your system in place. Can be very high product margins. The cons are that you need an audience and you need authority, and if you don't have that, you're going to have to run ads. Again, ads can eat at your margin. If you get upside down in the ads, that can be very difficult. So you kind of, if you don't already have a big audience, you're going to have to become an ad expert or hire somebody who's going to be expensive, who is an ad expert, to make sure that you stay on the right side of that. You can also get burning out your audience. You know, that's another con, is if your audience isn't big enough. Like, you want to niche down, but if you go too far deep into a niche, you can burn out your audience really quick because there's only maybe 1 in 1,000 people are going to actually pull the trigger and buy your product. So you want to find something that appeals to a lot of people. That's why these people that are doing like weight loss or workout or things like that appeals to such a broad audience. But there's more competition. The deeper you go in the niche, less competition, but that's because there's a smaller audience. The sixth one is social media management. The sixth digital nomad business model is social media management, or even like content creation, video editing, things like that. These have uh, recurring clients, so that's possible, is to get recurring income, recurring revenue, monthly recurring MRR, monthly recurring revenue we call it. And you can stack this into an agency model where you're stacking those clients on top of each other and building your MRR, building your revenue. So that's great. The cons to this is that it has a high client churn rate. These are people who are not loyal to you. Anybody can do these services, or there's a big marketplace of people who can do these services. So if you piss somebody off or you don't deliver at a high level what you promised, they're going to bounce because they have no real connection to you and they have no reason to stay with you. It's also a constant demand to create the content or to manage social, which can be very tedious and time consuming and can lead to burnout if you don't have the right systems in place. Now, with AI coming, I think that's going to change the game, but the prices are also going to plummet. So there's going to be a lot less profit margin on the table. Now, the seventh digital nomad business model that I recommend, this is the one I've been doing for 6 years and I love it. It's not completely passive. It's not as passive even as I would like it to be, but what I do is I go into a local market. Now, if you think about the urban core, I go around to the suburbs that almost in any major urban core is growing. The suburbs are all growing right now. So they don't have established businesses out there. So the businesses I work mostly with are home service providers doing work on houses, remodeling, landscaping, plumbers, roofers, fencing companies, you name it, concrete patios, you name it. All of those people, there is a huge need for people who understand technology and how to rank in Google to generate leads for those local home service providers, because most of them are not sophisticated enough. They don't have the knowledge, or they don't have the resources to learn or hire somebody to go and rank their own website or whatever. They're working on word of mouth. And if you have an aggressive business owner that wants to grow, their lifeblood is leads. So standing up a small website, 3 to 5 page website in that local area, getting potentially a Google listing and a phone number, you can get leads coming in for those home services, and then sell them to the local companies that are actually doing the work. Now, this is a match made in heaven because they don't know anything about technology and you don't know anything about pouring concrete or cutting trees or doing landscaping or any of that stuff, nor do you want to. And they don't want to learn about Google and all the technology stuff. So this is a real match made in heaven. And once you own that phone number, you can forward it to anybody you want. So you can forward it on to any of those local businesses. Now, the real beautiful part of this is that you own the assets, you own the website. You never give up control of that. You never give up ownership of that to the people you're sending the leads to. They may never even look at the website a lot of times. And so they're just getting the phone calls, and they answer and say, estimator. And then they're like, yeah, I have 2 trees that need to be cut down. This is my address. Come check it out and give me a price. And then they get the deal, right? Or not. But they usually get three. People usually call 3 places and get 3 estimates. So if they get the deal, they get the deal. So that's kind of the way it works. And it's a very simple model, but you can stack it. And the cost is minimal to get in, because all you need is a website, which is $10. You need a phone number, which is a couple bucks a month. And you need some skills to build the website and everything. But for a few $100s, you can get one of these things out there, get it producing, and get it sold. I've seen them sell, depending on if it's dumpster removal or something, it might be $500 or $700 a month. Concrete, because it's a higher ticket item, and you're going to be looking at multiple thousands of dollars or $10,000 for a driveway or whatever. You can get 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 a month in those higher ticket niches, and stack the MRR so that you have a recurring revenue from multiple clients. So you can see, if you get 10 clients at $1,000, that's 10 grand a month. And that's a significant income that you can then even build further. Now, the more you build, generally, the less passive it gets. But again, I love this business model. If you're interested in checking it out more, look at the link in the bio, give that a click, and check out the page. If you're interested, get on a call, and we'll show you how to do it. All right, take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.